And again, very quickly, please don't ever go as extreme as I did with those effects. I wouldn't ever do that. It looks dreadful. I know it looks dreadful, so don't go saying a load of stuff in the comments. I know it looks dreadful. Final Cut has a brand new feature that you might or might not know about. Look at this. You can now track objects directly inside Final Cut Pro. No external plugins. It's so good. It saves so much time. How'd you do it? I'm going to talk about it in this video. Let's get into it. Now, tracking objects inside video clips is no new feature at all. However, if you do edit in Final Cut Pro, what you will have noticed is you will have had to have downloaded external plugins to be able to do it, such as ones from companies like Motion VFX who do some really good ones. However, now, since the latest update to Final Cut Pro, it is built directly into Final Cut, and it just saves so much time and makes everything so much easier to use. I mean, I don't really know why you'd want to do something like this, because this doesn't look great. Sorry to interrupt, I'm just editing this video right now as you watch this, and that little bit there where I'm waving my camera around, I've not tracked it because I did have a slight problem with it, and I think it's to do with the light here behind what I was trying to track. So I will do some more experiments with it in the future and see if it happens again, but I think it's just because there was a little less contrast between my hand and the light, and it kind of got caught up in the light. Anyway, that's why I've not tracked it. So yeah, there's probably ways to work around it, but I'll have to have a look in the future. So yeah, back to the video. But the possibilities and the creative styles you can have with tracking text and images is endless. You can do so much with it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump into Final Cut on my computer and just quickly show you how you can actually go about tracking objects so you can track text to them, and it looks cool. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay, and here we are in Final Cut Pro. You can see I have imported a clip already, and this is just a simple clip of me waving around my little Sony Compact ZV-1 camera. Now, to start off, all we are going to do is select this clip so it is highlighted in yellow, and we're going to go over to the inspector, and then a new feature that is down here is this trackers section. This never used to be here. So what we're going to do is just click the little plus icon, and this brings up this grid that you can then move around. You can click on the silver circle and reshape it into a rounded figure if needed. You can then, if you want to, adjust the size just by dragging in the corners, and also reshape it just like that as well using the red dots. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the start of the clip just like that, and we're going to move this grid directly over to what we want to track, and I want to track this Sony ZV-1 camera. And you want to cover it as well as you possibly can. I'm going to go over the little grey windshield that's on the top as well there. And I think that will be about spot on. So then what we're going to do is we're going to click Analyze. And I'm not speeding this up at all. This is in complete real time. That is how easy this is. That clip is now fully tracked. You don't need to do anything else. If we just scrub through the clip as well, you can see that this has locked onto that incredibly well. Did it super quick as well. So what you can do now is you can go through to anything you want to. So you might want to add a title to your image, or you might want to add an effect because it is fully compatible with all of these effects as well. So you literally have full creative control to do whatever you want to. For this, I'm just going to add a very simple title. So I'm going to go over into basic title and drag it over and fill the full length of the clip. So I'm gonna just call this Sony ZV-1, and then we're gonna go back to the start of the clip, and I'm just gonna move it. I can then change the text font, resize it, and do all the usual sorts of things that you do with your text. And I'm just gonna pop it there for the first example. And then when you've got your text in the place you want it to start, you're going to go over into the Transform tab, which is this little square in the corner, and you're going to click this little drop down box at the top of the picture, and we're going to click Object Track. Now, if, for example, you have more than one object tracked in a clip, it can become slightly difficult to know which is which track. So if you go back down into the inspector tab for your clip and you click on the clip, you can easily change the name of each individual track. So I'm going to call this again Sony ZV-1. So I know that that is tracking the camera, because for example, if I decide to track my face, which I'll show you in a second, that will also be there, and you can change the name so you know which is tracked. So now that we have this selected up here, we can see that it's changed the name to Sony ZV-1. If we click play, you can see now that the text is stuck to that camera. And that is exactly what we wanted, and it is so easy. I have not sped this up at all. This is all in real time. It really does save a lot of time not having to buy external plugins to be able to do this sort of thing. What you can also do if you really wanted to in some situations is, now that we have this image tracked, we can move the text around to wherever we want to. So if for example you wanted the text up here, it is using that same track to locate, and you can see that the text is following it round no matter where you put it. So you can literally put anything wherever you want to. Now, for example, let's say we wanted to add another effect onto my face and track my face in this image. We already have one image tracked in the camera, but we can add another one in a slightly different way as well. So you can add as many tracking items as you want in each clip. So let's say we want to add a negative effect onto my face. You would never do this, but I'm just doing this as an example to show how easy it is. I'm going to click and drag that effect and drop it on here. You can see it is selected my face. I'm going to drop it, and there you go. You can see that it is selected my face, and then we're going to make sure we have the start of the clip selected, and we are going to click analyze. And you can see that the green circle is tracking my face. And again, I'm not speeding this up at all. This is doing it all in real time, so it's very quick and very easy. And now you can see that it is done. If we go and click play, you can see that now I have that effect tracked onto my face, and it is tracking my face no matter where I move. Now I know there's not really much movement in my head, but you can see how easy it is to add any effect that you really wanted to. Again, I wouldn't ever add this effect onto my face or anyone's face in a video. I'm just doing it as an example because we can. If you, for example, you wanted to pixelate someone's face, you could do that very easily using this effect. And if you really wanted, you can go in and invert your mask. So now we have everything else negative and my face is normal. Again, it looks completely dreadful, but I'm just showing you how easy it is because you can just go and have fun with it. Don't ever go this extreme with any effects that you ever use whilst you are video editing because it looks dreadful. Just go and experiment and have fun. So there you go. We finally have a tracker built directly into Final Cut. It's been a long time coming. I've been waiting for it for a very long time, and I think it probably should have been in Final Cut a very long time ago, but we've waited for it. It has finally arrived, and I think it's pretty good. It does work very well. It's very quick, and yeah, I'm just glad it's there because I've wanted it for a long time, and it means you don't have to go and buy any external plugins to be able to track your text now. I mean, you could keyframe it and do it that way, but that takes forever. So to have a, yeah, I like it. Go and check it out. Go and have fun with it. If you like what you see on this channel, don't forget to click that little subscribe button just down below there. Come and be a part of this community, which is growing very quickly at the moment. So it's very exciting. Yeah, that's it for this video. Hope this helps out if you are using Final Cut. I'm going to stop waffling. See you soon in the next video. And again, very quickly, please don't ever go as extreme as I did with those effects. I wouldn't ever do that. It looks dreadful. I know it looks dreadful, so don't go saying a load of stuff in the comments. I know it looks dreadful. Just go and have fun with the tracker. Yeah, see you soon.